Welcome, everybody, to the Operators Only podcast. I'm your host, Bryan Walton, the one and only. Happy to have you guys back. We've been away for a while, but we are back with episode 4. Episode 4. Shout out to all my bus operators out there. Everybody who works in bus operations, rail operations. Nobody knows the struggle like we do. Nobody knows the struggle like we do. We're going to get straight into it like I always do when I start these episodes. We're making a virtual book of Education of an Operator. The Education of an Operator. We're on chapter 11. That's where we're going to start. Chapter 11. And this chapter is unique because you have to understand this one. You have to understand this. Everyone riding your bus is going through something. Everybody riding your bus is going through something, meaning that a lot of people don't ride the bus because they want to. It's because they have to. It's the only means of transportation. They may be down bad, except for like the elderly and children, but most of the time, like, they're down bad. This is the only way around, or hop on the rail, hop on the bus. This is it. I don't think nobody sets out in their adult years to be riding a bus. I mean, it's not practical because at 15, 16, you're taught to get your driver's license, get a car, get your license, get your insurance, and get around how you want to get around, because you just don't know what these people are going through, and they use you as a vent. You're a body bag. You're a pincushion. They're going to throw all their thoughts and feelings at you, looking for a reaction and things like that. You just have to stay even keel. Stay even keel. Sometimes speak when spoken to. Stay focused. Your job is to get to one end and to the other. Don't take it personal. It's just business for us. We're here to do a job so we can get paid, so we can provide for our families and do the things in life that we want to do. Don't ever forget that. We are here to do a job. Nothing's personal. Maybe if somebody touches you, that's different. But other than that, all that talk, let it go. Just let it go. Just that everybody is dealing with something. Just know in life that when somebody's on a high, it's several more people on the low. Several more people on the low. And you have to understand that. So I always try to calm down, not take things too seriously. Understand this is life we're all going through. You know, most of us bus operators, we're blessed to be in the position we are in, because we can easily be on the other side of that, taking the bus, get to work. More than likely, a low pay wage job, trying to get by. Bills after bills just keep stacking. So let's just be thankful and grateful for the position we're in. Try to be understanding. Understand it can get a lot. That's just the human element of it. But we're here to do a job. We signed up for this. More than likely, 99% of you, nobody made you sign up for this. We decided to sign up for this. So just know that and do your best job. Everybody's going through something when you get on your bus. Happy or sad? It's more sad than happy. Like I always tell people, there's a lot more bad than good in this world. Beware of that. Number 12, chapter 12, patience is vital to staying around with this same company. Usually the company you start out with, more than likely, you want to hit it big with the mass transits. You may be local transit, but to get some staying power, to get your wages up, because ours go up by year, you got to be able to stick around. You got to be able to do the right thing day in and day out. And that comes with just patience and discipline of doing the same thing over and over. Just like the movie Groundhog Day. You're going to feel like that sometimes. You're really going to feel like that. But this is the way life is. This is the way we chose life. A lot of good people fall to the wayside because they can't get with the regimen of the schedule of doing the same thing over and over and over. But If you want to get somewhere, that's what it's going to take. Repetition is the father of learning. So when you know that, it's going to take repetitive days to stack these days to get that car, to get that house, to get your kids through school. You just got to stay after it. Just stay after it. Don't let nobody deter you. You're here for a reason. You're getting paid. You have benefits. And it's going to work out in the long end. Just make sure you have a plan. I think I came on when I was like 25. I had some sort of plan because I had a younger son. And I wanted to provide for him. But just make sure you have a plan and map it out. And when I came, I had a not outdated, but just a dated car. I seen all these nice cars in the parking lot and things like that. And I was asking the OGs, like I say, the senior operators, like, wow, man, what you do to get that? And they just like, in time, youngin, just take your time, youngin, and stay around. It'll all come. And they didn't lie. And I bought me a brand new Toyota Highlander, limited, off the lot, brand new, black, how I wanted it, everything I wanted it. And they were right. You have to stick around for some time and things will fall into place. Just know that. Things will fall into place in due time. But just stay grinding. Stay down till you come up. Keep your head down. Do what you're supposed to. Don't get complacent and lazy and start cutting corners. And that's where people go wrong. The next thing you know, you're the talk of the lounge. Like you got fired for doing something you weren't supposed to do. So stay focused. Stay down till you come up. Do your job. That's all you have to do. Don't make it more than it has to be. Chapter 13. Do not take work home with you. Check in, do the work, then leave. This one hits home for me a lot because a lot of people like to vent in, during, and after work. We're here for a job. Let's get the job done and let that be it. Don't take work home with you. You have your families waiting on you, maybe a husband, a wife, a spouse. Let work be work. When you get home to your family, that's what it's all about. Don't take that home with you. Try to stay off the messaging boards, the social media about work. Because one thing about it is that whether you're here or not, work that job is going to be here. And the same issues you have, more than likely going to be here after you leave. Whether you retire, fired, or quit. It's not going to change but so much. If you have some dire issues that you feel like change is needed, more than likely consult your union leadership. Maybe a shop steward, maybe whoever the head of the operators are, and voice your concerns there so it could be moved in a certain way. You just throwing a rock into a crowd, it's not going to work as effective as it should. So go through the proper channels with your issues and then letting that be. And when you off work, enjoy your family, enjoy your life. That's what it's all about. Do not take work home with you. Do not take work home with you. When you go home, you got your own set of issues there. Your own set of issues there and your own set of enjoyment there. Because that's what you all are doing it for. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Another issue, or not really an issue, this is a saying that all bus garages are fraternizations and things like that. Yes, there is fraternization going on in bus garages everywhere. We're no different than the typical office job or like the show The Office. Yes, there are relationships there and there are situationships there, but it's no different from another job. I just feel like with bus operators, more than likely in a city, maybe if you're from there or not, we're so publicized, like far as our pay, what we do, and things like that, that people get too much of a look and see of how we roll and how things are operating, far as our pay, far as our benefits, far as the life we live, because most of us come from the neighborhoods that we know of, that we still drive through, like myself. And With that being said, people's pay gets thrown around, their benefits and things like that. But you just come publicized. Once you are young and maybe you go to college or you don't, or you shoot for the stars, aim for the moon, things will happen. You come back, you may fall on a good lucky play, being a bus operator, making some decent money. And with that being said, in the neighborhood, as the hood as we call it, you're hood rich. You're a hood celebrity. If you're in a mass transit, a local transit, which is growing now, getting these good paying jobs, people look at you different. They look at you different. So they watch your moves, they watch your plays, they watch the cars you drive, the houses you live in. And with that being said, they fantasize about it, they talk about it. It's something like a chip on their shoulder when they say they're dealing with somebody from there or they work there. We wear our uniforms to the salons, the barbershops, things like that. It becomes the job to have, far as in the neighborhoods. Not saying you can't get better, because you can, but the more you look around, the more you see operator uniforms or rail uniforms and etc. And if you're lucky to advance to upper management, if that's your route, you can wear civilian clothes and just blend in. But when you have those blues on, man, they check your every move. Your every move. You can't be broke. You got money. That's the bottom line. You gotta have money, they think. And so on and so forth. But it's no different. There's relationships, all of that, but it's no different for any other office job. I've listened to other people from other companies. The same thing goes on, just that so much more is publicized at bus garages. Why? I don't know, but it's like the job to be had, the job that everybody looks at and says they get money there. So just know that. Just know that. And to switch things up, I want to talk about the worst bus conditions to drive in. And I believe are ice / black ice, because either one you can't see as well and you can't tell as well. So ice and black ice, then snow. I've been in some mean ice storms where it froze the city up. Like, it froze the city up. We were stuck in position for about an hour or two. People got off real late. If you're supposed to get off at 9, you was getting off at midnight, 1 o'clock, and vice versa. The ice, I believe, is the worst. It's unpredictable. You don't know what type of bus you have until you drive over it. And if cars are slipping, more likely the bus is going to slip sooner or later. I remember having a run that got off around 7:30. I can get home to like 9:30. And that's just because I just pushed it. I kept trying and going left and right. We had a bad freeze storm at DMV about 3 or 4 years ago. That really buckled the city because we were preparing for a snowstorm. But next thing you know, we had a pre-warm up with a ice storm, and everything froze over. And I remember like, wow, like ice really froze this city up because we didn't prepare. I don't think the cities and the jurisdictions did their salt trucks yet, and it buckled the city down. But with ice, you have no deterrent of how the bus is going to move. You just don't. So you just got to drive slow. Be aware of all your surroundings. Give yourself extra following distance, extra braking distance. Stay away from other cars. Just drive a slower pace and keep space, because once you stop, the bus, more than likely, if it's sliding on ice, it's not going to stop. So extra following distance, extra braking distance is needed. Snow. Snow is the other one. Usually because we have heavy vehicles, you don't usually have that issue as much, but snow is another one. Don't take it for granted, because usually, like, if it's snowing outside, the bus can pack it down and be heavy and roll over it. But snow is another one. I've been caught up many times in snow. I've been a standby operator. I've had to drive a company vehicle or go out there and shovel people out of snow, and people said they wasn't confident making the turn. I had to make their turn. So snow and ice are real big. And another one I want to tell you guys is wind, like high wind days. If you're like a interstate bus route driver and you're on the interstate a lot to get to places, if you're going further distance, the wind is an issue. Because when you're going 65 miles an hour, maybe 70, however it may be, I'm not for sure what everybody's buses are governed at. Governed is the limit of when a bus can go. So if it's set at 70, it can't go no past 70. Or 65, can't go no past 65. But when would take a bus to another lane so quick? I mean, and it's instant. It's very instant, and be aware of that. Be aware of that, because the buses be moving with those high winds. So sometimes you're gonna have to take it a little slower. Kind of gauge when the waves of the wind are coming, in a sense. Give yourself extra space on the left and right. It's just but the thing about wind, you don't see it. You just feel it. So it's unpredictable. So I cannot get out of here without mentioning the wind on interstate routes. When you're on highway routes, it is very, very tricky. You got to be safe, follow your SOPs, your rules, your braking distance, your guidelines, your following distance on that. Another topic I want to speak about is getting finally to top pay only to realize you already spent it. Getting finally to top pay at your job and realizing you already spent it. Everybody wants to wait that 4 or 5, that 5th year to that 6 going into the 7, around that good range when you feel like you take a jump. And it's usually like a $3, $4 jump. And you're at top pay and you're official. And you have to realize that the money's basically already spent. So my advice to fellow operators who aren't there yet is structure your paying, your spending, your money management better in the earlier years. Like in your better earlier years, do not overspend, spending more than what you make. Don't overbargain yourself. Stay within your means. Stay within your means early so that you can benefit from being at top pay. A lot of us make a mistake if we got the car 2 years later and we finally getting the extra just to make ourselves comfortable in houses and things like that. But it starts with money management. The better your money management is from day one at your bus operating company, the better off your life will be when you get to top pay. I got there, and it was a good jump, but I still feel like this wasn't it. I still feel like that. Have I spent a lot? Yes. I managed some? Yes. Has it benefited me? Yes. My credit is good, things like that, but I still feel like I could be doing better. I still feel like today I could be doing better. But, situations happen, life happens, but my advice to those coming up in the game is that manage your money now. The S550 can wait. The Cadillac Escalade can wait. I'm telling you. It can wait. Stay down till you come up, and you'll get all that and then some, so that you can really feel that jump when you finally get to top pay. Now I'm back to our segment. I'm going to talk about a couple good stories, not really wild stories today about operating the bus. The first feel-good story was the March on Washington had happened like last year. I think like the 20th anniversary. I think not 20, but like 50th anniversary. I'm not for sure. Please don't quote me. That's disrespectful on my end. But it was the anniversary of the March on Washington where Martin Luther King had the tremendous epic speech of "I Had a Dream," and people rushed the city and came. But I wasn't able to attend. I was hurt. One thing I always tell about myself, I might not be Afrocentric, but I'm pro-black. And I felt like I wanted to be there, but I couldn't get off work to get there. And I seen everybody walking through the city and me working in the city, especially on the 14th Street side. It was just like, I supposed to been there. I felt so bad working that day. So I kept checking my updates of who the speakers were. I was recording on my DVR, so I went home and watched it. I feel like that was definitely for us. It brought the city together. There was a lot going on. We couldn't even ride our whole route. They detoured us. And I just felt the whole day like, man, I was supposed to have been there. No matter what, I was supposed to have been there. But I didn't. Duty calls. And that's one thing about being an operator, y'all. Like, you're going to miss some things. You're going to sacrifice some things. You really are. just for the betterment of you and yours, you're going to sacrifice some things that you felt like you should have been a part of. It's unfortunate, but it's part of the business. It's a part of the business that we signed up for. And I didn't get to make it. So when I didn't get to make it, I went to work, driving up and down the street, kind of in my feelings, But I have a melancholy style driving. You know what I'm saying? You speak when spoken to, keep it moving, things like that. Do your job, take nothing personal. But I'm uptown DC Northwest. If anybody sees this, uptown DC Northwest. And I'm driving, and I'm just making a regular service stop, and a old timer, or uncle, like we used to call him, old timer uncle, like somebody in his 45s and up, hangs out a lot. You see him around the street, may have a beer, having fun, talking smack to people. Just the neighborhood uncles. And he's waving the bus down. I'm thinking he wants to get the bus. So I stopped. Well, I stayed where I was at because I was dropping people off, and he didn't want to. He said, "What's up, younger?" I'm like, "Everything good. What's good?" He said, "I got something for you, Mo." Mo is a term we use in D.C., the DMV area. He said, "I got something for you, Mo." I said, "What's that?" And he hands me this shirt. That's all he says. And he got to reach over the shield, and it's like a gray shirt. And it's the shirt of the March on Washington. Like the actual shirt. He just gives it to me. And that's how I know still good people still in this world. I don't care where you live at. He gives me the shirt. And I'm like, it was heavy on my heart that I didn't make it. So I have the shirt. And I'm losing weight now. I can't fit it yet. I hope to be fitting it by this couple more months. And I got the shorts. I got a whole fit I want to wear. So I might not wear it till next spring when the spring break. But I'm going to wear it. It's a gray shirt with black, red, and green. I want to show it to you guys, but I want to wait till I can wear it. So I'll just post it on IG and my Facebook so you can see it. But it means a lot to me. The March on Washington t-shirt, it has Black Lives Matter on it. I think it says I Have a Dream. It has the date on it. It's gray with black, red, and green in it. I have some shorts I want to wear with it, and I already got the kicks on, put the Jordan Black Cement 3s on it. Like, I can't wait to wear it. And it was just like, man, it made my heart whole. Somebody looked out for me when I was really feeling some type of way where I couldn't be there. I couldn't be there. And that's how I know it's still good people left in this world, no matter what walk of life they go through. So I have that shirt. It's not going nowhere. I have it hanging up in my closet right now. So, and I appreciate that man. I appreciate it. He didn't say much. He just gave me the shirt, kept it moving. I appreciated it. It made me feel whole. It made me feel like, all right, we can do the rest of this day. We're going to represent soon. And I was way bigger then, so I knew I had work to do. And now that I'm on my way there, probably by spring, it'll be on me. You ain't got to worry about it. It'll be on me. I got this. It'll be on me by then. And one more story is on the same route. This same route shows the maddest love, and I love it so much. And I'm mad I'm not on it right now, but my business is to get back on it because I don't care what goes on in there. It's a lot of love on that route. And I grew up on that route. I stayed up in town, D.C. for 3 years. I'm a Virginia boy. As you can tell, I'm a Virginia boy for life. But I did stay uptown in D.C. for a cumulative of like 2.5 to 3 years out of my adolescence. So I got love for uptown D.C. Northwest. So I'm driving a bus, regular day. Everything going swell, just a regular day. And some guy gets on and goes smack to the back. Like a lot of them do. If they don't have money. And he comes back and says, I ain't got no money. I said, all right, whatever. Cool. All right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We're going to keep it moving. We got a job to do. And he comes back a second time and he says, I ain't got no money, but I got some fresh socks. You want some? I'm like, heck yeah, I want some fresh socks. And he gave me like 6 pair of fresh socks. And it was just the thought that counted. And it just wowed me. And it was like some fresh, good, white, crisp crew socks. And I put them in my duffel bag. So if I go to the gym or I got to spend a night somewhere, like you always going to need that type of stuff. And it's just like, I ain't got no money, but I got this. Would you like this? Is for you letting me on and not giving me no hell for it. And that's the part that just gets me going about humanity, about black people, about all people. Like, we can do this, man. Like, all it takes is just a little bit of consideration. And it just be like, wow. It was just like, wow. And he gave me like 6 pair of socks. It was real dope. It was real dope. And I got one more topic before I get out of here that we're going to talk about. And that is local bus transit companies are steadily growing. What does that mean for mass transit operators and operations? And especially in the DMV, it's like local jurisdictions and cities and counties are just taking more pride in their own bus companies. So they're taking a lot of routes from mass transit companies that they once looked back and like, whatever. So it's weird. A lot of routes keep getting taken. You want to be happy for others because, like, we have friends. Don't think we don't have friends at other jobs. So if you're from local transit, you have friends at mass transit. If you're from mass transit, you have friends at local transit. It's not like some one big division. We party together, we hang together, we shop at the same places, we lay over in the same places. We have the same issues. The same issues that a mass transit operator go through, a person in a local operator's transit system, they're going to go through that. So there's no really difference. And that's another part about the whole camaraderie and culture that we got to get out of. Like, we all in this together, whether you have mass transit or local transit. The money is evening out now, starting to. Only difference is probably retirement with mass transits compared to locals. But, like, we're in the same game. Like, we are in the same game. Like, literally. We are in the same game. We have a lot more like than differences. And sooner or later, I don't know about mass transits as a whole as being this big conglomerate. I think we're going to keep shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. And it's hopefully you have enough time to either move on with management, rail, things like that, because local transits will take more routes and continue that. It's a hard pill to swallow. Because when you first start, all you think about is, man, mass transit, that's where it's at. That's where the money, that's where the retirement. That's where we need to be. And now you see these local transit companies are growing. But you want to stick around for retirement on mass transit. So it's give and take. Because some people go retire from other jobs and go to local transit just to get the dollars. So they already have retirement in the bag. And when you're younger, like I was 27 when I joined mass. So you're looking for retirement and things like that, and making sure on your way out. I don't know where mass transit bus operation is going to be in 20 years from now in the DMV area, definitely. I know the rail will be around. That's their one. It's going to be a lot of more minimized routes. So we'll start to feel it more than another 2021, another 5 years. We'll see what the projection will be. But it doesn't look clear. It's looking gray. It's looking dark. It's looking grim. Everybody's going to have to start making decisions for themselves. Everybody's going to start making decisions for themselves because, like I said, local jurisdictions, counties, and cities are taking pride in their own. They're putting money, the backing behind it. They want that pride, that leadership of having their own now. It's unique. It's different. But we as a people, man, we got to adjust and adapt to the times and keep growing and keep going. It's been a pleasure to talk to y'all today. I really, really, really needed to get that off my chest. I've been writing to get this operators only up. It's been up and down, more down than up with operators only, but I choose to keep going. I'm not stopping. I'm not quitting. The supporters will come. I just got to show them more. Got to show them better, and I will. Put it all on me. Nobody's fault but mine. But guaranteed this, I'm not going to stop working. Every day I wake up, I sleep, eat, breathe this. I'm doing this for the bus operators and operations across the world. We need a voice. I'm going to be that voice, and I appreciate y'all listening to me. And I will see you guys next week. And always know that you can find me somewhere broken. Peace.